that. That's just one grab. Look at all that.
A force of volunteers has been working to restore the reef at Mauna Lua Bay by removing one of the biggest threats to our coral reefs, invasive algae.
That's what's holding all the sediment in the bay. We get rid of this, and it gets restored. When you're walking here right now, it's so squishy you almost fall over because all the sediment is held together with this monster here. This looks like something, a creature of the Black Lagoon. And when we get rid of all of this, the bay can breathe again. I mean, that's really what's happening. The bay can breathe. This may be the change of your whole life tonight.
Students of Waipahu Intermediate School and their parents have gathered on this evening in the school cafeteria for a special meeting. The school has received new funding through a grant from a federal program called Gear Up, with support from Congressman Neil Abercrombie.
Okay, Marquise, good luck to you, pal.
Its mission is to significantly increase the number of low-income students in post-secondary education.
And we know you're going to succeed because that's what Gear Up is all about. Mahalo nui, all the best, good fortune to you. Imua, imua, Gear Up.
I want school. I go to Waikiki Elementary School, and I want to stop Furlough Friday because I want to teach. I want to learn more stuff from the school.
College is going to be harder to get into than it already is.
Those of us in Congress who voted for the recovery money want to expand education. We don't want to decrease education.
If a government does not provide those things for all of its people, it is not a good government.
Coming up next, Belgian public television talks with Congressman Neil Abercrombie about St. Damien, and a look at the presidential delegation that helped to celebrate the saint's work at Kalaupapa Molokai.
Voor Hawaii is Pater Damian een held. Congreslid Abercrombie vindt het niet meer dan normaal dat de staat vele decennia geleden al een van haar twee...
Reconstruction efforts in Iraq have been attracting considerable interest from federal officials because of questions over suspect billings paid for by U.S. taxpayer dollars to big U.S. contractors involved in rebuilding the war-torn country. Congressman Neil Abercrombie, a senior member of the House Armed Services Committee, is leading the charge to crack down on massive fraud by contractors in Iraq, as he works with President Obama to gain tighter control over the government contracting process at home and overseas. Congressman Neil Abercrombie says the U.S. House is moving to reform the nation's healthcare system, and he's conducting public forums to hear from hospitals and other healthcare providers who are seeing more uninsured patients these days.
We saw more patients in medical visits than any other month in our 43-year history as an organization.
We are already enduring a healthcare crisis.
Meanwhile, the nation's healthcare crisis grows and faces a chronic shortage of doctors, nurses, and other health professionals.
We are losing a large percentage of nurses.
We cannot deliver health care to all without an adequate number of practitioners.
On the day the president signed the new law, Congressman Abercrombie was back in Hawaii speaking at a luncheon with members of the Honolulu Japanese Chamber of Commerce. He talked about the economic recovery legislation, which would inject a combination of federal funds and tax credits with a total value of more than $2 billion into Hawaii's economy. 2 days after meeting the Honolulu Japanese Chamber of Commerce, Congressman Abercrombie helped to organize a meeting with representatives from a number of nonprofit social service agencies to discuss how the same legislation could help them.
The stimulus recovery program is geared to meet the immediate crisis. This is in the nature of emergency medical service. Red carpet.
They rolled out the Hollywood-style red carpet for Congressman Abercrombie at the Boys and Girls Club of Hawaii's Aliamanu Clubhouse. It was to say mahalo to him for getting federal funds to build the club's new multimedia center.
Okay, you can come now.
Abercrombie talked about one of the center's goals, building relationships and a place of learning to bring together children of military and civilian families at an after-school program at Aliamanu Middle School.
How's that? Right on. All right, there we go. Direct to you, the first broadcast from the Media Center here at Aliamanu School. Aaron Del Rio and friends.